Yeah. So if you actually want, what you can do is that you can open Excel if you want to do this with me, but or you can do it in your mind because I will be like asking questions like what works for your MPDS. By the way, in order to do this, you have to be training weighted calisthenics for at least half a year to like know yourself, because some people you don't know yourself. So yeah, I'm also going to make some rooms for like questions and these types of things. So if you want to ask anything, you can do it right now, and then there will be room for later. Okay, so no questions arise. Let's get to it. So you first have to find out what works for your muscle ups, pull ups, dips, and squats. If you don't know what I mean by this, is what type of training works for these four things. You have hypertrophy, which is the size of the muscle. This is where it starts. You first have to build the size of your muscle in order to fill up that muscle with strength. Think about your muscle as this water body, for example. the Let's say this water bottle is only this big. If this your muscle is this small, this is the maximum amount of water you can put in it. But if the muscle is this big, you can fill it up all the way. This is exactly 1.5 liters. So if your muscles are bigger, you have more potential for strength. Doesn't necessarily mean that you will have more strength, because strength is a skill. You have to train it. Like if you want to learn a backflip, you have to train it. But having more explosive power, more coordination will help with the backflip. But unless you specifically train it, it isn't going to happen. So you should think about what type of training, not exercise, but type of training is good for your muscle up hypertrophy. So for example, for me, for muscle up hypertrophy, to build the specific muscles that are good for the muscle ups, also pull ups, dips, and squats. So for hypertrophy, hypertrophy for me for muscle ups will definitely be just reps. As many reps as possible with a certain weight. Just going to failure on muscle ups is with the specific movement. It's very good. The second best exercise for my hypertrophy for the muscle up is definitely going to be muscle up transitions. But special muscle up transitions that I have a special setup, I posted on my story. If you know, you know. It's like a pull up bar attached to the lat pull down. So there is like this big space in between one bar and the other, and they are connected by a rope. And I basically do this. It's like just to build literally the muscles of the back that force the transition. So the other thing, except like AMRAP muscle ups, like a lot of them for hypertrophy, is definitely going to be the how do I even call it? Yeah, transition. Then why do I have caps lock turned on? So we have AMRAP and we have transitions. The third thing is going to be definitely explosive pull-ups. By the way, if you hear me get silent for a little bit, you can just ask a question right then and there. So if anyone knows their muscle ups, tell me what works for you usually. Who out of this does muscle ups? Ralph, you do muscle ups. What works for you as a hypertrophy exercise? Like when you do some movement, let's say like for the muscle up, which builds the most muscle, you think?
Like I think that you like the same as you, I think. But like
Yeah.
I'm not doing weighted, so I'm not good at muscle ups.
Yeah, so you basically do AMRAPs, like as many muscle ups. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best thing. Like, as Philippe Shauli said, I like talked to him about like support exercises, and he was like, "It's every answer is like, why not just do more muscle ups instead?" That's why I figured out like a support exercise is only worth doing if it beats doing the muscle ups. If it doesn't beat doing the muscle ups, then the support exercise isn't worth it. You know, if you want to do a support exercise, let's say for pull-ups, there are like a bunch of bullshit like, oh, halfway up pulse pull-ups. Like, why don't you just do more regular pull-ups? I don't know. This is the problem with most people when they train. They have something that is called shiny object syndrome. Is that they see a new shiny beautiful exercise because they are tired of that just doing boring ass pull-ups and they try it. Well, it doesn't work like that. If you want to get strong in the pull-ups, you must do more pull-ups. And that's why we do pull-ups. For hypertrophy, this is actually going to be, think about it, what works for your hypertrophy for the pull-ups? What builds the muscles that are required for the pull-up? So for me, those definitely are pull-ups. Pull-ups to failure, F as failure. Just pull-ups to failure. For me, they work very good. For some people, let's say my brother, he wants to get stronger in the pull-ups. His back actually works better when he does lat pull downs. To build the hypertrophy of the muscle that is used in the back, for him, doing lat pull downs is better for hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is one of these four main things. If you think there is one more, which is like important, you have hypertrophy, you have 1 rep max strength, which is conditioning. Then you have CNS / grind, like how much you can grind, and then you have control, so you aren't going all over the place. So pull-ups to failure. Then the next thing, for me specifically, it is 1 arm lat pull downs with an adjustment that spins. So I also build a forearm. Many people do like straps and stuff to isolate their back. I find out that when I have to squeeze the bar, I actually perform better. That's why a very good cue if some of you are benching. Luca, this is for you. Listen up. If you are benching, what reps do, you have to use reps, by the way, if you are not doing a super wide grip. It forces the fascia and your to contract and send signals like here, into your wrist that it's squeezing. If you grab the wrist wrap, you hold it tight, your arm is like this, like a fucking dinosaur arm, if you wrap it tight enough. That's how I do it. So that makes you squeeze the bar harder. But if you are like me, that you use the grip so wide that using wraps is counterproductive, you have to focus on squeezing the bar. That overall, I heard it somewhere, sends more signals into your arms. It works because I tested it out. So 1 arm pull downs. Then we also have, let me put a comma here so I know how it's divided. You can also have, what I have, for example, me, is rows. Any sort of rowing movement, I like seated rows. Now, for anyone here that does good pull-ups, that's basically everyone. Good pull-ups, I mean like at least some weight, and trains them. Luca, for example, doesn't train pull-ups. What are your hypertrophy movements for the pull-up?
I figure I tried many things. I tried like high bar. I tried like wide, super narrow. To be honest, I found that how bodybuilders do the pull-ups, in which is very inefficient. They have a wide grip and they put their chest out a lot. Like I noticed that doing bodybuilding style pull-ups actually creates more of a stimulus for hypertrophy for me. I include it whenever I have to do non move because it's not a pull up like straight lifting anymore. It's more like a different thing where you have to put your chest out and you both a little bit of your upper back kind of.
Yeah, like that video from Mike Israetel when he shows how to do pull-ups. He's like,
Exactly.
okay, go up, control, deep stretch. Okay, one more. Up, like those controlled pull-ups, like even with body weight, you can feel a decent burn. I think those are very solid. But for me, I try them. Absolutely, I did. But they just don't work as well as, let's say, 1 arm pull downs. Just doing regular ass pull ups, like very, very hard. I can even do them with a resistance band to make the top part harder and the bottom part easier to make me explode up more. That's like high-level tactic. You can add a resistance band to, basically help you the start of the pull-up when you are doing hypertrophy. Write this down. If you are doing hypertrophy pull-ups, adding a resistance band to help you start off the pull-up is going to be better for hypertrophy. Dips. For dips only work sometimes. Like for me, doing that many dips just burns the shit out of your CNS. You know that I did 115 for 6 reps. Dude, that was so exhausting. Like it was extremely exhausting. I didn't even get the stimulus. You know, that's more of like 1 rep max strength. That's more like in the CNS grind. So it works for my dips. I'm gonna try to speed run these because if I do this for every single one, that's gonna be a lot of time spent because it's already 12 minutes in and the call is supposed to be like an hour long. So for dips, it is going to be, on occasion, just AMRAP, as usual. What happened? The usual AMRAP. The other thing that works good for me is dumbbell bench. Let me put this in caps. With a slight decline, maybe. So, yeah, decline dumbbell bench is like so good. You go down and you feel that deep stretch. That's very good for hypertrophy. Also, any sort of flies, and I hope that's how you write it. Any sort of flies, and also any sort of tricep extensions. Yeah, triceps isolation. This is what works for my bench. So AMRAPs and dips sometimes, dumbbell bench so juicy because the grip also makes sure to maintain that grip, and also ring dips. Ring dips, you can reach an absolutely humongous stretch, and it's like so difficult. So rings, yeah. Okay, for squats, squat AMRAP is not worth it. I do it. I used to do it. It's fucking not worth it unless you don't have machines. Machines for the win. Machines are always the best for building squats. This also includes all highly CNS fatiguing movements, also the deadlift for Julian watching this. So machines are the absolute goat of, how would I call it? Yeah, basically muscle hypertrophy for the legs. All different types of machines. Hack squat, pendulum, whatever type of squat, whatever type of extension, everything works. Don't do squats with don't do AMRAP on squats. So not worth it. The burnout is insane. The stimulus isn't even enough sometimes, but the ROI just isn't there. So machines for the win. I don't really have machines in my home gym, so that's why I try my best to isolate movements, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this next block. I have the money currently, so I could buy a leg extension / hamstring curl machine to my home gym. It costs around 3K. It's very expensive. I don't think it could be worth it, but maybe in the future. I don't really think so now. So probably not. But yeah, just if you are doing squats, machines for the win, isolate each and every muscle. Isolate the glutes, isolate the quads, isolate the adductors, abductors, whatever. I don't know how the muscle is called, but it is like over here on the inner thigh muscles for the win. You have to have that if you squat wide. All these different things. You need all these different tiny parts of the muscle. Calves, not at all. You need how is it called? Stability on the foot, but calves don't really build that. Sprints do better. So yeah, machines, that's what you need. I'm just gonna write this down. Now, for 1 rep max strength, this is not what you think. For all movements, it is almost exclusively RPE 8 to 8.5 times 1. RPA to 8.5 singles for the win on everything. Everything. So for the dips, I am going to change it for 3 full reset. I will explain it a bit later. So muscle ups, actually no. What I think what works for most people, RP 9 to 10 muscle ups. They're not fatiguing, like not at all, really. Like you have your CNS has to be crisp and sharp for you to execute them, but they don't need they don't fatigue you as much. On a muscle up, like what is the difficult movement? Nothing. If you fail a dip of a 5 rep max, that CNS burned into your fucking brain, But when you fail a muscle up, it's like, did you get tired? Fuck no. Like even if you do 40 kg, you're not getting tired. So heavy muscle up singles, but perfect technique. Did I just lose something? A lot of people on the call. Ooh. But I did. When I close this, it just doesn't appear, which I'm pissed off. Oh, okay, nice. So yeah, for pull-ups, RP 8 to 8.5. I will actually keep it at RP 8.5. Muscle-ups unless you pull 120 kg. Also, easy to fail, not CNS burnout. Ooh, weighted dips. Holy CNS burn. Not worth it. Only RPE 8. 3 full reset. So if you do RP8 single, how many RP8 singles can you do in a training session? Not many. Maybe like 3. But you need the volume for this. You need the conditioning. Conditioning is week 2. Conditioning is a lot of sets. You have to decrease it's just not efficient to do that many RP8 singles. That's why I like to do RP8 3 full reset. This means that you go under the bar, you do 1, then you rest for 3 seconds, you do a second, rest for 3 seconds, do a third. Way better than the 3 rep max, doesn't burn your shit out, it's just good. This is only for the guys that dip above 120% of their body weight. So if you aren't dipping your body weight, this doesn't really apply, but it will, let's say, a year from now. Because I think every one of you watching this will absolutely get to above a 100% body weight dip in their life, maybe even 150%. I think 150% is reasonable for 100% of the population. I would even say 2 times body weight is reasonable for 90% of the population. 2 times your body weight. If you weigh 60 kilograms, that's 120. If you weigh 90 kilograms, that's 180. I think it's very possible within 5 to 10 years of training for everyone. Squats. Squats on and 1 rep maxes. Squats, I'm a bit young to them. Who is doing here squats longer than me? I think Julian. How long have you been squatting for?
Dude, inefficiently for like 5 years.
5 years of squats?
Yeah, 5 years for hypertrophy focus, basically.
Oh, okay. You don't need to mute your mic every time, probably, unless there is a bunch of noise in the background. School has also very good noise cancellation, by the way. But what you did it hypertrophy focus. Okay, but is there something specific you've been doing to increase your 1 rep max squat without burning yourself out? Like something that you think directly targets you increasing and having better coordination, as it says, like conditioning for a 1 rep max squat.
To be honest, the only thing that helped me the most with getting the 1 rep maxes higher up was training my weakness in the squat, which was about the bottom. But that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, we need a better squatter. I was actually looking. Do you know who Colton the Limit Breaker is? Say if you know. Nobody knows. Colton the Limit Breaker. Biggest total 1,225 kg powerlifting total done raw. So these are just knee sleeves and no squat suit, just the regular fucking shorts basically. 277 kg bench. Of course, it isn't natural, but we need what he does actually good. This is why most elite street lifters do muscle ups with a wide grip. It isn't optimal. Like, do you agree it isn't optimal to do wide grip muscle ups? Philip said this. Everybody knows it. Narrow grip is the meta. But a wide grip pull up is better than a narrow grip pull up. In every single possible way, there is no argument against it. So the grip, the stance that he does for squats, look at the stance. Wide stance. And when he goes down, his knees are basically directly above his this is the 5 kilogram deadlift twice with straps. You know, his feet positioning is exactly the same as in the squat. Like, his deadlift looks like his squat. That's why if you are planning to reach a very high level and you are still young and still can't muscle up that well, doing the exact same grip for pull-ups and muscle-ups is better than doing a narrow grip for muscle-ups and a wide grip for pull-ups. I'm unfortunately way too old to switch this, and my muscle-ups are way too strong and my pull-ups are way too strong for me to experiment with this. It would cost me basically 20 kg on the muscle up, and it will be hard to recover from. But on the, as I said, I actually was thinking he launched like a coaching program. So I was like, if he launched a school community with $200 a month, I would be there in like this. But it was just a powerlifting program that probably fucking Indians make for him. So yeah, I was like, not really, for like $150 for a powerlifting workout program, squat, bench, and deadlift, not really resembling MPDS. Not worth it. So I think doing RP8 singles is good for the squat. There might be some nuance to that. I will probably get smarter. Regarding the grind, for muscle ups, it's the exact same thing. You know, just doing 1 rep maxes on muscle ups and AMRAPs. So I might ask Philip, like, what does he think to be able to grind on the muscle ups? But he'll probably say like explosive pull-ups or something like that. Yeah. Explosive, that's what he would probably say. The best way to train is to have fun. Also, that's what he would say. So yeah, for pull-ups, CNS grind is definitely top top holds. Didn't see that one coming. There is some guy. Tell him he's 17 years old and he can do a pull-up with 80 kilograms. How is he called? Does anybody know?
Daniel endures.
You must. Again, Daniel.
Daniel endures.
This one. Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. So 85 kilograms, it's a 60. So how is he able, this is what somebody asked him, maybe he does a grind over here, but like, how is he able to grind for so long at the top part? It's as simple as that. Yeah, grind. By the way, what is that setup with that leg control? So I did 60 for 6. I don't know how many he did it here. Yeah, like, how is bro able to grind on pull-ups? Like, I would never be able to do this. It is because of the top holds. Somewhere he put it, like where he grind, how he locked, fatigued. Somewhere he made a post where he was like, he had like a thick rubber thing on the bar, and he basically tried to lock that, and he was just trying to hold his chin there. Yeah, that's what you do in order to be able to grind on the pull-ups.
I saw a video of him doing pull-ups with the rings right under the bar, and he would lock out on the actual bar.
Yeah, that's also a good thing. But rings, twist, not optimal. What is better is I saw this somewhere. Bro was taping like a yoga block. You probably don't know what yoga blocks are. Just imagine a foam block like a brick basically. Set it on top of the dip bar and taped it with duct tape. And he tried to lock that like this thick yoga mat with like yoga padding, yoga block, I don't know, with like 82.5 kg or somebody else, I don't remember. And yeah, he did it for like 2.5 reps. He failed a second, I don't know, something like that. Top holds for the absolute win. I'll also highlight what things go for absolute win. It is machines on squats, top holds for pull-ups, and this for muscle ups. That would probably be the most like from each slots like the biggest value. Now let's do dips. Dips, CNS grind, it's just basically banded dips. The grinding capability that band dips give you, even if the top part isn't your weakness, is insane. You know, because you can just every single centimeter that you go up, it gets harder. But for some reason, it just gives you amazing grinding capabilities. You know, so it doesn't burn your CNS as much, I saw, because yeah, for some reason it just doesn't. I do it after, so I don't do it the first thing in the training, but I do it as a support exercise. But banded dips for the win when they help you move the plates. It just gets harder every second. Also, when they are on top of you is a good thing. Just banded plates, good. CNS grind on the squats, it will basically be weakness work, you know, as I can't see him. 9 members of the call. Bro left probably. Yeah, I don't know. So he was saying that squat, like working on the weakness, helped him the most. Of course it does. So bro saw my videos and then he implemented it. So yeah, just double bounce. Double B. And yeah, that's basically it. What allows you grinding capability. The top part isn't really hard. Stiff sleeves allow you good grind capability, and not injuring your back also gives you good capability to do grinds. So yeah, okay, that'll be, and that's probably even it. Because the main thing when you are designing an advanced program is knowing what works for you. The things that I wrote, if you watch this, if you just tuned in right now, some of the things might not work for you because they are a bit too advanced, but you should know what works for you. 80% of these things generally work for everyone, no matter the level. Now, control, we will get it over basically very quickly. Control for muscle ups, just do more muscle ups, you know, just it's like that. So this probably applies even better. AMRAPs, yeah, for control, overall good. You can do like controlling the negative, yeah, all of these things. But if anyone has some knowledge about muscle ups and controlling them, being able to maybe even grind on them, you can just speak. You know, you won't interrupt me. For the pull-ups control, I don't really know. Like, this is something like for my control of the pull-ups, it is probably more RP 8.5 singles and doing them like 6 RP 8 singles, which is what works to get the technique under control. So yeah, that's probably what most likely works for me. Control and dip. This is another big value. Could you guess what gives you massive control on the dips? I haven't spoke about it. Shoot your shot.
Ring dips.
Actually, I
Is
think
it
about it.
static hold?
Exactly. Again?
It's dip static hold.
These are very good ones. I didn't think about those. I was just so overshadowed with the one. these two definitely honorable mention. So ring dips, I didn't even really mention. Ring dips also I would put in the CNS/grind. You know, the higher you go, the harder it is. 1 rep max strength, no, hypertrophy. Yeah, hypertrophy definitely big mention. But yeah, rings. Anything else? Rings and top hold. I want to hear some ideas. Okay, no other ideas. These were actually two very good ones. Tempo dips. I just started doing them like today. Not today. Today I did them on the training session. I was doing them previously, and they give you so much control. It's insane. It's just very, very good. You go down. Maybe you can even pause on the bottom. Like pause dips are very good exercise when the bottom part isn't your weakness. By the way, like if you don't have a weakness, do pause dips. They are good, but you should combine them with a tempo. So tempo on the way down. That's exactly how I would do tempo dips plus pause. Yeah. Any questions about this? Nothing. Okay. So squats. Control on the squats. You probably guessed it. It's exactly the same. Tempo squat. Tempo squat, amazing for control. Pause squats, not as much. Tempo squats, I like them way more. Just something with the pause squats never came into my mind. Like, you probably saw this. Who didn't see it? Who didn't see me get roasted? It's probably here. How many views did it got? Like 30k? 900 likes? Fuck you. 30k. Video quality absolutely amazing. People are saying that he can. This kid is very knowledgeable. Give that shit a like. I think his content is a net plus, but he's acting like an asshole too often and calls out other creators' mistakes. What mistakes do I do, fuckhead? Yes, and I am arrogant. So he was saying, like, I basically made a video saying that it's a short clip from a fucking long from YouTube video. What did you expect? So yeah, it was a controversial clip. The original clip on my page got a lot of. By the way, I talked to this guy. He sounded like a sweet guy, but then over here he started saying like chill out, bro. I didn't know you hated me so much, because I was just shocked because we talked about like regularly. But yeah, what I wanted to say. Pause squats never really resonated with me. Double bounces are just overall better. And he was saying that powerlifters use it. My brother is a powerlifter, 2 times national champion. His coach is a 3 times national champion powerlifter. I know a bro was squatting. He was, we can't find him, don't know how he's called really on Instagram. He squatted like 400 kilograms in like 74 kilogram weight class, like something absolutely insane, equipped, like reps. Also, one of the best squatters in Slovakia, all-time world record for a 17-year-old squat, raw on a competition, 370 kilograms, something insane numbers, and none of them do fucking pause squats. They just don't do pause squats. All elite power, the ones that I know, don't do them. So that's why I don't do that. That was the most shocking part in that video. He said like, oh, all powerlifters do it. Like, bro, do you know a single powerlifter who achieved something? So we know all of this. We know what type of training works. Now, what training works? We also have, I wouldn't say like 1 rep max, support exercise, these types of things. I would just separate it into by hypertrophy and by like weakness. So the best support exercise for hypertrophy, so these are training styles, but we also included some of this. So for the muscle ups, it's going to be like the transition and explosive pull-ups, basically the same. For the pull-ups, it's going to be the one-arm pull-downs and seated rows. Put this here. And then we have dips. For dips, it's of course the dumbbell bench and everything in between. And for squats, it is the machines. And for me, it is especially the sumo kettlebell squat with a deficit to achieve that deep stretch, as Mike Israel would say. So yeah, I love achieving that deep stretch. So then we have the weakness-based support exercises. These are like combining these three things into one exercise. You should be thinking about what it is for you right now if you want to get something out of this. So we have muscle ups. What is good for weakness? Of course, the transition. Yeah, it's the fucking same thing as here. So I will do this. Boom, boom. Same thing as over here. None other exercises are necessarily better than this. Yeah. Then over here, for weaknesses, muscle-ups are very simple to train actually. So for pull-ups, what weakness-based support exercise? There are actually 5 weakness-based support exercises for the pull-ups. Now, with you, guess which 5 those are. Can you name all 5? What's the first one? Guess. Probably not.
1 normal, 1 half.
That's one. That's 1 or 1/2. Which is the second? What is the second one?
Pin pull-ups.
Of course.
Band pull-ups.
Bro said it in sync. Yes, banded pull-ups. Then
Tempo pull-ups, maybe.
tempos are absolutely overrated because pull-ups is an explosivity movement. That's like saying, how would I call it? Slow muscle-ups for muscle-ups are good. Yes, they are good. Are they better than the muscle-ups? No. So that's why I didn't include tempo pull-ups on the list.
Maybe like a pretty heavy eccentric, or not eccentric, but concentric, or negative. A heavy negative.
Negative. This is the by far the best support I would add it as a 6th one if you're doing chin-ups. If you're doing chin-ups, the best thing to do this, lower down. This guy does it. He's been training for not even a year. He's very strong. You probably know this. Let me find a video of him doing a 95 kilogram chin-up RP0. Boom. Very simple, very easy. 60 kilogram snatch. Bro's genetics have genetics. Bro did this the first time that he ever did this. So now let's check out, did he lock this out? That's 120. Yeah, 120. This is the best support exercise if you're doing chin-ups. Did he do more? Did he do more? I think he did. Did like 130, but I don't know when. So yeah. Missing 2. I will complete one. Yeah, I will complete the rest of the 2 because I haven't really mentioned them. Top holds. It's literally here. Top holds are next support exercise for the upper part. And the last one is high pulls. This is the least important one. It's like to here, basically. I was like I recorded a YouTube video about this, but I didn't post it yet. So yeah, it's just recorded. So yeah, over here we have the 5. I would say the 5. But for me, I only do pin, high. I do it as a back off. I do high pulls as a back off. Note this down. You can do that. A band, top holds. I don't do 1-on-1 halves. Only for warm-ups. I might start doing them, but it's just way too many support exercises. I just love the band pull-ups. That's why I think they far overshadow the 1-on-1 halves. Yeah. The weakness-based support exercises for dips. This varies to you. I would just write what works for me. Band, dip, and that's about it.
Do you think that during the hypertrophy week I could do just band pull-ups for the pull-ups?
I wouldn't do just. So during the hypertrophy week, you have the one set of 3. You do that as a regular pull-up, but then let's say the 3 sets of 8 for the hypertrophy, yes, you can do them all with bands. Nobody has ever done this because this is the first day that I gave this advice. You can try it. It will probably be a good thing if you specifically like doing with them with a band because they like the initial boost that the band gives. Don't make the band have more resistance than 10 kg in your case. For me, that limit is 20 kg.
Okay.
So yeah, make that. So band tips. Do I even do any other? Yeah. I do pins. Pins, also full video on how to periodize pin dips, pin pull-ups. I said it somewhere. I said exactly how to Is that guy here? Ralphie. Not Luca. Oh, Christian. To you, I was making a video explaining how do I say it? I made a video. We were on a call and I basically gave you a full explanation of how to periodize pin pull-ups. I thought that I was recording it and I wasn't.
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Yeah, I was like, okay, and I will post this in the community.
Yeah,
I will
you
not post this in the
commented on my post, so you summed it up under my post.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to know how to periodize spin pull-ups before I say it on another video, go to Christian's post, one of them, and I summarized it there. Squats. Squats, weakness-based support exercises. Double B. And one more. That's RDL. Not RDL. What the fuck? RDLs are decent. Not the best, but good mornings. If any of you do deadlifts also, you don't have to do good mornings. It's the same thing. Now, when we know what works, what works, the training style, what exercises work, let's go over designing the periodization style. This is going to be a bit complicated. So you might be familiar with this. You know this? Which one of you don't know this? That's my question. Everybody's familiar with this? Okay. So maybe with this. So these are the different types of periodization styles. If you do the typical 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the normal structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically. But then you have lengthened strength phase. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lengthened strength phase structure 2. This is with a deload. These ones are good. But what I started doing recently is this. This is the true form of block periodization. Your first block is hypertrophy. 3 weeks of you just building muscle with varying intensities. Yeah, I will explain this, but first I have to go to the toilet so we can look at this. We can even talk to each other for like, I hope this isn't going to be dead silence regarding what I just said. So I'm going to go to the toilet, come here in like, I don't know, 3 minutes.
But hello. Huh?
Everybody's fucking silent. Top 10 most unsocial communities of all time. By the way, if you type in the emojis and you type LOL, it gives you special emojis that you can put. Try that. You're boring. Yes, that one is good. The rocket also. So yeah, how? So block 1 hypertrophy. Yeah, you basically do hypertrophy. What I don't like about this is that it's so rigid. You know, it's so rigid. You just do, if you actually follow this, it ends up being, I can show you exactly the workout program that includes this. This one. These are highlighted because they aren't designed yet. But this is the workout program that includes this. You can look at it. I was fucking lazy, didn't track all of this. But yeah, now I'm tracking stuff. I have to fill in this the way that I did to know if I'm progressing overloading. What I don't like about this is that when I was training the hypertrophy, I was actually doing so little to maintain my skill of strength is I completely forgot how to do it. Like, I went to this block and I felt weak as hell, and that got me demotivated. So I don't know if I should do this block, continue doing it. Now I'm running a little deload. It also says like optional deload over here or somewhere. Yeah. But I just thought that I was just training so half-ass. The thing about strength training is that it's not that fun. Genuinely. Like hypertrophy training is more fun and it's simpler. You just go and you go hard and you go home. Today I'm probably gonna make a post on Instagram asking people what is simpler, training hypertrophy or strength, and I'm gonna make another poll which says what is harder, training hypertrophy or strength. Training strength is harder a lot because it requires, like, you don't know how it feels to go RP10 every single week. Actually, your body adapts to it. By the way, you will feel burnout about. That's what you gotta do. Bodybuilders were used to doing 2 workouts a day and every day. Very, very hard. So bodybuilding is harder than any strength sport, I would say. Like, bodybuilding is probably the hardest sport ever created. Because one, you are on it all day, every day. Second, the training is just so exhausting. So now I'm in this optional deload, and now I have the CNS adaptation phase. So the thing that I don't like about this is, by the way, a lot better already than the previous program we are doing. This also explains low sets, high reps, what RPE you should do. Basically, RPE goes from low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. Sets stay low, high, but they decrease. So they are high, low, high, moderate, low, but in the lower rep range, So there is something happening. It's basically periodization on every level. It's kind of insane. I did something a bit different that I actually went RP10 over here. Oh yeah. What do you think about this? Does this seem a bit too complicated, this sheet? Or will you actually apply it?
I once did like a 13-week program similar to that, and I barely made any progress.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, good thing you mentioned that, because I'm like very deciding, like, oh, many people do this, Colton's program, which he launched, he's like coaching. I clicked on the link, I took the steps. It was a 3-month strength, exactly what I have written here. 4 week it was. 4-week hypertrophy, 4-week conditioning, 4-week CNS adaptation. But I think, personally, I used to be, by the way, the guy who was like on the YouTube videos typing in the comments like, cite the studies, bro. Where was this, like, cite the studies is like an absurd amount. Absolute silence. Look at the chat. So yeah, I lost my thought. Yeah, so currently I'm just basing more things on personal experience, and that's why I also made this call and didn't do this on my own and recorded as a course, is that I want to know your experiences. Has anyone else tried a multiple week cycle, not just this 3 weeks repeating? Anyone? Luca, did you try a bodybuilding program because you are doing bench?
Well, not really, to be fair. I literally just started training bench, but what I will say is, for pull-ups, because I didn't make any progress, I decided to just do some sort of conditioning phase for like maybe a month, and I made barely any progress. So, yeah, that's my take anyway.
Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone has a positive result? Like you tried, because usual, even the King of Weighted app, if you know what that is, it there's like Matthews Lat's 13-week program, like something like that. All of them are similar to what I have written. This is just more comprehensively. Like this sheet, if you gave a monkey this sheet and gave it what you want to train, it can design your workout program. And you don't need to buy it for like $300 or something, Like this is the thing that you need to, like, it says what sets you should do, what reps, and what RPE. What else do you need to know? You already know the exercises from previously. But yeah, I don't know why. The 3-week block just works fucking better. You have one fucking volume, one adaptation, and one CNS adaptation. Like one hypertrophy, one conditioning, one adaptation. Why does it work so fucking well? Why did I do 150 kilograms by doing that? I don't have a clue how it works. I just know that it fucking works, and it's so much better than these 15-week, 3-month competition preparation cycle with all of these up and down. It just so complicated, and it doesn't give you that much results. That's insane. I don't know why. That's the thing. And I would like to know why, because yeah, it just sounds so much better. If imagine following a workout program with this. Fuck. How would you feel? It's 13 weeks. It's so integrated. It's so beautiful. Look how fucking thick and juicy this looks. You have everything written down. So nice. But you don't make any progress. What did I do at the start? Like fucking at the start of summer break. What did I do? No way I did this fucking raw. Okay, I did. Okay, I thought this was dips. 15 for 3, 18 for 3. RP9. What did I do for 3? Over here. This is gonna be embarrassing. Because I know it's fucking low. I know it's over here on the first week of this starting this. I did 15 kilograms for 3. It was an undershoot. A fucking undershoot. That means it was too easy. And 18 for 3 was a slight overshoot. So it was an RPE 10. Very difficult. What did I do here? I don't have it written. It was in this training session. I did 18 kilograms. 18.5. 18.5. I did the same weight after all of that. Most ever thought I've put into a training program. Most research I've done went into a complete toilet, not progressing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. No progress. Didn't get any better. What do you think about that? more complex program, no extra results.
The same thing happened with me for all 4 lifts, except I got slightly better at hypertrophy.
Yeah, sets and reps. There is just something wrong with these multiple weeks. I think what is the best from a 3-week structure. I think I will do a 3-week structure. Maybe I will do more hypertrophy. I don't know. Maybe I will do a next episode of this because we didn't make it. We talked a lot about what exercises suit you and these types of things. In the next episode of this Periodization Mastermind, I will go in detail on how to actually structure that. I have to take a lot of thought on how to actually structure it. It's going to be difficult as fuck. But the beauty, could you guess what makes this 3-week workout program better to progress on? I give you a better hint with progress on. Whoever does this is a pro, and he's been listening. What makes a 4-week program better to track than a bunch week workout program? What's the difference? Shoot your shot. Nobody knows. So on this workout program, on this week over here, we did 1 set of 3 at RP9. Okay. When's the next time we do 3 sets RP9? Probably at the end. So this is a different rep range, set range. This is a different set range, rep range. This is a different set and rep range. Everything is different. It repeats every 9 weeks. 9 weeks. In 9 weeks, you can do the same thing. Over here, you do the same thing in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, you can repeat this set again. This exact same set. And you can load up 2.5 kgs more. It's so much easier to progress on than everything else. That's why in the next episode, I will design a comprehensive and show you how to design a comprehensive 3-week, maybe a bit more, because hypertrophy is important. This is one of the biggest lessons I learned recently. Hypertrophy is very, very, very important. So I will probably have 1 week dedicated for hypertrophy without any of that, without any of this. Because this, it takes a long time to warm up for just you to drop down in weight. You know, this is, let's say, 70 kg. This is 50. You built up, we warmed up to 75 kg. Just do that for 1 set and drop down to 50 and do more sets. I think it's not absolutely worth it. I won't do that on the next one. It's a pro move, but it's inefficient. So yeah, I will probably end this call here. Any questions you want to ask?
Yeah, I have a question about the support exercises. Like, do you do all of them? You showed before the 5 best ones.
I don't do all of them. I would say choose your top 3. So I do pins. The ones that I do the most are pins and bands. Pin, band, top, choice. Top holds, I do them once. Let me show you this shit. Did I include them here? Oh, I don't think so. Band, no band, but
There's top hold.
top hold where?
Week
Here.
6, yeah.
Yeah. 3 sets a week on a day where I don't really train the pull-ups. You know, I do banded pull-ups and then I do top holds. You know, so that is that regarding the top holds. You shouldn't do all support exercises. And then the high pulls are just for back-offs. I can also show you how I implemented that with having the high pulls on my pull-up base.
With high pulls is to lower chest, right?
Yeah, just pull as high as possible.
Yeah.
Higher pulls. There are 2 cues. One of them is just 3 cues. 1, pull as high as possible. Second, imagine that the pull-up bar is 10 centimeters higher and you try to lock that. Third one is try to touch your upper chest. Okay, yeah. Is that all of the questions?
What do you think about doing band pull-ups with the really high lockout on like a hypertrophy week? So if you have like say 3 sets of 8, you do the really big lockout with a band as well.
Ooh, it adds range of motion, but I don't think. First thing I would say is you can try it out. The second thing I will say to that is you won't be able to maintain that for all reps. Let's say that
Okay.
you are doing 10 reps for hypertrophy, RP10. Only the first 5 you can do pull as high as possible. That's the cue you can use. First 5 will probably be higher than the bar. Last rep you will be wishing that you can just reach it to the bar. So you
Okay.
can do pull as high as possible, basically. You won't be able to do that for all, but for a couple of them, probably yes.
And also, if you're doing like a 3x3 on pull-ups, couldn't you do a little bit less weight on the third set and do a really big lockout to train it?
So less weight and like lock it out, like even bend the chin?
Yeah.
Probably yes. But it's better for chin-ups.
Okay.
I will say that. For pull-ups are better. Pull-ups is more like an explosivity movement, like muscle-ups. Think about it like that. Okay. Anything else? Nine. Okay. One more thing. Everybody turn on their camera. Let's do a picture. 9 slots. Beautiful. Everyone turn on their camera. Turn on now. Boom, boom. 3 guys. Lucas. Boom. You have another. Christian. Oh, we have him here. Lucas, Ralphie, Wojciech. Boom, we have Lucas. We also have Amber. Ralphie is here. Wojciech. Let's do this. Oh, we have Amber. Nice. Wojciech, we are waiting for you. Boom. Christian is here. Now, Wojciech. Come on, bro. Do it. Do it for us. Bro is on the toilet. Never mind. Okay, everybody. Front double bicep. Now, this. Okay. Screenshotting in 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice. We got it in there. Wojciech banned from the group. Okay, guys. Glad you enjoyed this. See you on the next one sometime this week. It's probably going to be the next most voted day, and we will continue this. Okay, guys. Bye. Take care. Glad to help.